All right, guys, let's dive in. We're going to get straight into the next lesson here, delivering value to the market. This is a critical component because this defines everything that it will translate to in terms of you making money in the marketplace. All right, so it's all about delivering value. Let's talk about what that is and how you're going to do it for your own business. Lesson 2.2, here's what we're going to cover: how to leverage your unique strengths and abilities as a consultant. We're going to be talking about solving important problems and providing highly valuable outcomes. And then lastly, we're going to wrap up with a Strengths Finder worksheet, a customized worksheet that's really going to help you distill your strengths. It's going to pull from your background and really help you clarify for your own self what it is that you're going to bring to the market for the absolute most impact and value, and therefore be able to compensate you the best as a business owner, as a consultant in the market. All right, let's dive right in. Now, if you're not familiar with who Jim Rohn is, phenomenal human being. Love his books, love his speaking. Everything that he's put into the marketplace has been truly phenomenal. Definitely look him up if you are not familiar with who he is. But this quote is great. Service to many leads to greatness. And that's really what's awesome about being in the consulting field, is that the more you help people, the better that is, and the more service you bring, the more transformation and impact you bring into people's lives, into their businesses, whatever it may be, the more you're compensated. So it's truly a win-win environment in the consulting field. It's something where the more you help people, the more you're compensated, and it's a very rewarding field because of that. Because you literally get to change people's lives and their businesses, and you get compensated for it. It's an awesome exchange of value, and if that resonates with you, then you're definitely in a great place to really succeed in that environment. Now, let's talk about leveraging your strengths and abilities as a consultant, because that is the key here, is that you are going to be solving important problems and providing highly valuable outcomes. I want to preface this with saying that if you are not a little bit overwhelmed while identifying the solution that you intend to bring to the marketplace, then it's not a worthy problem to solve. All right, let me say that one more time. If you are not at least a little bit overwhelmed while identifying the solution, then it's not a worthy problem to solve. Low-hanging fruit is low-yield fruit, meaning if you can solve it quickly and easily, so can everybody else. Remember when we talked about that generalist versus the specialist, right? If lots of people can do it, if it's not that difficult for you to do it, then that means it's not very difficult for a lot of other people to do it. And so therefore, I want you to consider that what may be easy for you to bring to the marketplace may not be the best thing to bring to the marketplace, the most valuable or impactful. Okay, so let's look at that closely, and that's exactly what we're going to do here with this Strengths Finder worksheet. This is a customized worksheet that allows you to self-identify and pull from and draw from your strengths and your background, and really help clarify what it is that you're going to bring to the marketplace. So let's move over here. I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like. It's a great piece that allows you to go through it. Now, when you see this, what you're going to want to do is make your own copy, because you're going to want to go in here and actually enter in your own information. But to do that, you're going to have to go up here to File, go to Make a Copy, rename it, whatever you want to rename it, and then save it to your own drive. Okay, that will allow you to have an editable version of this worksheet. Now, I'm not going to go through word for word here, but we'll just kind of skip through and show you some of the highlights. You're going to simply fill out and answer these questions. What are 5 niches, subjects, industries, hobbies that you are most passionate about? List 5 skill sets that you currently have. List the problems, fears, and desires that people have within those niches you've selected. All of the problems and fears listed above, which are the most powerful or painful or most valuable? And then lastly, do you currently have the skills and knowledge to solve this particular problem, fear, etc., right? So what this does is it really just helps you distill your interest, because especially when people first get started, there seems to be a tendency for people to just not really have clarity as to what it is they want to do. They know they want to help people. They know they have a lot of background. They know they have a lot of experience, but they still can't necessarily bring all of it down into a very clearly defined message or offer. So this is the start of that. Okay, now we have plenty of other templates and worksheets I'm going to walk you through that are going to help make this even more clear for you. But this is where it all starts. This just makes sure that we're truly leveraging your strengths in the marketplace, and not just an idea or theory or thought that you have as to what people might want out there. I really want to make sure that we're leveraging your strengths, your true strengths that you currently bring and have innately in you. That's really where your sweet spot's going to be. It's where you're going to be able to make the biggest impact in the business. Okay. Now, if you scroll down here, these next questions are designed that if you're not exactly sure what's what yet, you don't necessarily know if you have the ability to solve a particular problem or need in the marketplace, then you can go on and continue with these questions down here. Okay. And then if you still get stuck, if you're still unsure, what I've done is I've created an email script that you can actually send to people that you know, like, and trust, and that you can depend on for genuine feedback. And this allows you to really ask other people that know you, hey, I'm currently in a training program that's helping me identify my own unique talents, strengths, and abilities. The person hosting the training encouraged us to ask someone close to us to provide some feedback on what you believe I'm skilled at and not so skilled at. Here are the questions. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What do you feel is my best unique ability? See what I'm saying? So now if you feel like, hey, you know what, I'm really not sure what I can bring in the market, I'm not necessarily sure where I'm going to be most valuable or most impactful, the best thing you can do is go out and talk to other people who know you, and kind of getting outside your head and getting a third person perspective is really going to allow you to, see where you might position yourself in the marketplace. And this is something that you're definitely going to want to ask multiple people. You don't just send this email to say two. I would suggest, getting feedback from multiple people, no less than 10 family and friends, just like it says right here, at least 10 family and friends, to make sure that you're getting a wide set of opinions, a wide set of data, if you will. And from there, you might see some commonalities between everybody's answers, and you start realizing, wow, everybody seems to think that I'm this particular way, whatever that may be in terms of your skills, weaknesses, whatever. And it's really, really important that you can leverage that when you're back out in the marketplace, okay? So depending on your sophistication in the marketplace, if this is brand new to you, spend time here. This is very, very important, because everything we're building now with these worksheets that I'm going to be giving you, consider this the foundation of your entire business, okay? So you don't want to speed through these. These aren't things that you just kind of check off really quick and move on to the next lesson. Spend whatever time is required to do these things properly and thoughtfully, because we're going to build your business on top of the answers that you provide here. So it's really, really critical that you do spend the time that is required to get these things right. Okay, it's not just a matter of completing them, getting them done. It's about getting them done well, because it's kind of like Lego blocks. We're going to be building on top. And if this piece isn't right, if it's weak, then everything we build on top of it's going to fall down too. Okay, awesome, guys. So let's move on really quick. How to use the Strengths Finder worksheet. We're done with that. So what are the next steps? Plain and simple, just like I said, dive in, get this thing knocked out. And then once it is, but not until it is, then move on to lesson 2.3. We're going to talk about avatar identification. This is where we get really, really clear on who you're going to be talking to in the marketplace. All right. Step number 1, finish the Strengths Finder worksheet, guys. Get that knocked out. Do it now, and we'll see you in the next lesson.